Hey guys, Jose from Base Fitness Training. Today we're going to talk about more efficient ways to lose weight. And when I'm talking about weight, I'm talking about fat. Okay? We want to lose fat. That's what we care about, I think, for the most part. Or some people that are trying to lose weight, generally. So, before we get into talking about losing fat, we need to talk about the best way to lose fat. Believe it or not, it's not cardio. I'm going to say this till I turn blue in the face. I'll say this till the day that I die. If you're trying to lose weight, you want to eat in a caloric deficit, meaning that you need to eat less calories than it takes to maintain your body weight. Point blank and simple. And again, if you don't really know how many calories are in foods, well, you're in luck. Most of the world doesn't know either, okay? And if that's the case, then that means that you should probably count your calories. Probably. Get a calorie counter app. They're free. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You just put your weight, you put your activity level, you put your age, your sex, blah, 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 blah. It spits out a number, and we're going to use that as a good measurement for, let's see, this is how many calories I need to lose to eat, to lose weight. Okay? This is how many calories I need to eat to lose weight. Okay? Generally, that's the best bet. Okay? A lot of times, though, it could be the case that you feel like you are watching your calories correctly, you feel like you're eating correctly, and you're not losing weight. A lot of times my clients have told me the same thing. So here's a couple more things that you could think about to see if this could apply to you, and maybe you can think about this, and maybe these are the same reasons why you aren't losing as much weight as you think. Generally, if you're a healthy individual, in my opinion, if you are telling me that you have been eating correctly, you've been eating in a caloric deficit, and you haven't been losing weight, my first gut reaction thought is, then you aren't eating in a caloric deficit. You just aren't. Because if you are eating in a caloric deficit, you should be losing weight. So one thing that you could be thinking of, or one thing that could help is, do you weigh your foods? Weighing your food is a really good way to make sure that you are eating the serving size amount of calories in specific foods. Sometimes eyeballing 4 ounces of chicken isn't always the best idea, okay? Because sometimes it's not 4 ounces like you think it is. Or maybe you think you're eating a specific amount of something and you're putting way too much of it in there. So maybe you're eating too much of specific foods. Maybe you're not doing the serving sizes that's recommended. Okay, because serving sizes can make a big difference. You could be eating maybe 5 or 6 cookies and a serving size is 2. So instead of you just eating 200 calories, all of a sudden, if you're eating 3 serving sizes, you're eating 600 calories. That's one thing that you can think about. I always tell my clients, get a scale. It's $10-20 at Walmart or a cheap store, or borrow one from a friend, and it'll allow you to weigh foods that aren't vegetables. Don't worry about weighing your vegetables, okay? Vegetables are very low in calories, and generally for the most part, you're not going to eat enough vegetables to the point where that's the reason why you're not losing weight. I promise, okay? I generally get a scale for things that are more that are less greens, right? So chicken, rice, potatoes, fries, if you're eating French fries, or if you're cooking fries and stuff like that. Those are just really good things to think about. Another thing is caloric drinks. A lot of times, sometimes, you don't really think about, drinking your calories. A lot of people like to drink sodas. A lot of people like to drink lemonades, or these different types of drinks, teas and stuff like that. And some of those things have calories in them. So I'm not telling you, I do want to stress, I'm not telling you to cut anything out. Generally, if you like the foods in your diet and stuff like that, that's fine. Eat the foods. Just plan for them. If you know you're going to be eating foods that are higher in fat and higher in calories, then you need to make sure that you are not going to be starving by the end of the night. Generally, when I have my clients eat in the caloric deficit, the name of the game is, by the time you're ready to go to bed, you're not hungry or you're not starving. If that's the case, it's only a matter of time before that's not going to be a consistent thing that you're going to do, and you're just going to break. And there's no point in having a miserable dieting experience. There's just no point in that. Okay, so just be aware of the foods that you're drinking too. Or the drinks that you're drinking. Because if you're drinking 1,000 calories of soda, then the chances of you still pulling off a deficit without feeling miserable is very low. Now, if you are someone that does drink a lot of soda, try to replace it with like diet drinks. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Chief. I hate diet drinks. They taste actually terrible. Like, why would I drink a Diet Coke? To me, in my opinion, I think Diet Coke suck. Coke Zero is better. I think zero sugar drinks taste a little bit better. But like, don't go crazy on the soda. You should be like, building a habit of drinking more water anyways, because water is really good for you and water is refreshing. But like, if you have to, just drinking like, flavored water, drinking sparkling water too. I really like sparkling water. They're 0 calories and they're not like diet drinks or anything like that. They taste pretty fine to me. So those are just like a couple options you can do to make the experience a little bit better. But yeah, just be wary of what you're drinking as well. Another thing, this to me, this is like a really big thing. Okay. People get lost in the sauce. Okay. They get lost in the sauce. And what I mean by getting lost in the sauce is you're not paying attention to the sauces. Okay. Believe it or not, like mayonnaise has a lot of calories in it. Sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's, Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. These sauces do have calories in them as well. I had a client that would say that she is eating in a caloric deficit, okay? And it did sound like she was. She was eating like, her vegetables. She was eating like chicken. She was eating all that stuff. Oil. What she didn't tell me was how much oil she was putting in her foods, okay? Now, oil is a very big deal, okay? Believe it or not, 2 tablespoons of oil is like 110 calories, okay? If you are drowning and baptizing your food in oil, that is a lot of calories that you are eating without you really knowing that. Even like going to restaurants. I mean, think about it. If you're going to a restaurant and you get like chicken, like a chicken, like healthy, like you're like, okay, chicken is healthy. I hate using the word healthy. You're like, let me get chicken, less calories, okay? The reason why restaurant foods are so high in calories, even though you can cook the same food at home and it's less calories, is the oils that they use, the butter, the oil, the sauces, like all that stuff is just packed with calories. It's packed with them. So just be aware of these things. These are just things to think about. Again, I'm not saying you cut them out. I'm just saying that if you're trying to lose weight, you need to eat in a way that makes it easy for you to lose weight, okay? Just be wary of that. If you're going to Subway, okay, and they're giving you mayonnaise, I guarantee you they don't give you 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise is a serving size. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, it's like 110 calories. If someone is giving like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 serving sizes of mayonnaise, that's a lot of mayonnaise, my man. That's a lot of mayonnaise. It's a lot. So just be careful with your sauces. Replace sauces with less calorie sauces, like light mayonnaise. I've heard light mayonnaise sucks. So, don't do that. If you like mayonnaise, if you like ranch, go nuts, man. Just be careful. Just understand that if you are trying to lose weight, don't eat like 800 calories of ranch. Don't do it. It's just not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. And this is another reason why I highly recommend you count calories. If you're counting calories, it just makes you more aware of the foods that you're eating. The last thing I just want to talk about is be wary of foods that market themselves as healthy foods. Just be aware of that. There's like protein bars that like Nutri-Grain bars or bars like that you see like in the grocery store aisle that's like, 10 grams of protein. But all they're saying is it has 10 grams of protein, but just because it has 10 grams of protein doesn't make it healthy, okay? It doesn't make it healthy at all. It could still be 10 grams of protein and still 390 calories. That's a lot of calories, okay? 4 ounces of chicken is like 120 calories, okay? You're telling me you're going to eat a bar with 10 grams of protein in it? That's the equivalent of eating 3 chickens? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? But if you want to eat that bar, go ahead. I'm just saying you need to plan for it. Plan for the foods that you're eating. Plan for that. So, nuts are high in calories. Trail mix, high in calories. Granola, pretty high in calories. Now, granola is tasty, but it's like 260 calories. There's a lot of calories. If you want to make yourself a nice parfait, that's cool. I'm just saying, like, understand that these things have calories in them and that there's a lot of calories in these foods. And watching and counting your calories, for the most part, will generally give you a good idea to navigate all this stuff. And the goal, generally, like all of my clients that like watch their calories and count their calories and use the calorie counter app and are mindful of their foods, what ends up happening is after like a month or so of using it, they don't need it anymore, because human beings don't eat rare luxurious foods every single day. Okay, we do things pretty routinely. You kind of just start seeing overlap. Okay, I ate this like thing like 10-15 times already. Like by this point I know like how many calories are in this food. You just develop a sense for it. It's like practice. It's like the more you do it, the better you become. So those are just a couple of things like that you should just be thinking about when you're like watching your calories, or if you think that you aren't losing weight. Like it could just be the case that you're not weighing things correctly. It could be the case that you're drinking your calories and you're not even like counting like the 3 Powerades that you drank as a caloric option. Could be the sauces that you're using, you know, dipping like your sauce in a lot of dipping your foods in a lot of sauce. And like if you're eating like nuggets or if you're eating chicken and you're like pouring like a lot of sauce on that stuff, it could be the dressing that you're using in your salads. Okay, Chick-fil-A likes to tell you that their salads are really good, and they are, all right, but then that avocado ranch comes out of nowhere. It's a lot of calories. I'm pretty sure, like, I could be wrong, but like a Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A with like avocado ranch is like 690 calories. Okay, that's the equivalent of eating like 5 ounces of chicken. I mean, 5 serving sizes of chicken. Okay, you eat like a pound of chicken and you're basically at that Chick-fil-A thing. Okay, just be careful, be aware of these foods. And I've said this in my last video. Losing weight isn't necessarily healthy. I understand that some of this stuff sounds tedious, and some of this stuff is tedious. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? But you're the one with the weight loss goal, okay? Or you could be the one that wants a 6-pack, okay? These people that have 6-packs, these people that have like very lean bodies, okay? They eat like they have those lean bodies, okay? They want that, and that's their lifestyle. It doesn't have to be your lifestyle, but understand that if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to lose fat, if you're trying to cut down and look a specific way, there are going to be some things that you're going to have to sacrifice. You can't eat ice cream every single day all the time, okay? You can't just like go crazy. You should be eating things in moderation. If you want to live a healthier lifestyle, then just eat better. But if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to lose weight in an efficient way and be consistent in losing that weight, then these things that I'm telling you are some things that can help you achieve that goal. It's at the end of the day, it's what you want. If you really want to lose weight, if you're really trying to get yourself in a caloric deficit, I'm telling you that there is a way to eat in which like it's not miserable. Like you can still enjoy your foods, but you have to enjoy them in moderation. I still eat ice cream. I still go to McDonald's sometimes. I still go out and eat and enjoy my life. And the reason why I'm doing that is because of the calorie counting habits that I instilled and built when I first started, that allows me to give me ultimate freedom. I know what I'm eating. I know what are in my foods. I know like the crazy oil that they put in my freaking foods. Okay, I planned for all of this. Okay, it took a lot of work, but it was rewarding and it has made me happier. Okay, so just think about it. Think about those things, instill those things, and give that a try. Okay, and if you have any questions, if you feel like you aren't losing weight, just email me. Go to my website. That's down below and ask me questions. I love answering your questions. And as always, I believe in all of you. Okay, you guys got this. Just be sure that, one, if you're going to lose weight, just take into account everything that I've told you. Okay, good luck.